Hey, where do you want to start? Or do you want to start over here in
We
front
can
of
just
Old Blue?
start here and then just like.
Do we want to start in front of Old Blue? So Old Blue's in the background.
Well, it's a YouTube video, so then people will watch whatever.
Well, that's right. Okay.
People watch anything these days.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just want to feel like they're part of the story.
Yeah. Are you videoing right now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So today we're going to show you our 2008 H2 Duramax build. And my cousin Logan here, he's been here working on and off every time we do some crazy swap. We grew up together farming and ranching, and we've had this dream for 10 years to put a Duramax in his Hummer when the 6.2 gas motor took a crap. So finally came true. We found us a Duramax on Copart that had been rolled with 115,000 miles on it, and made sure the motor ran, yanked it out, and we stabbed it in this good old H2 Hummer. So let's go show you what it looks like.
Like we massaged it in.
Massaged. You know, like your old grandpa with his shoehorn putting his boots on. Yeah.
I'm not sure very many people know anything about that. But.
All right, go over to him and we'll tell you all about it.
Yeah. So it was difficult. Wiring was probably the biggest issue. The motor went in actually fairly easy with minimal changes. And then it was just trying to make everything connect. AC lines, electrical, charge tubes. The radiator was a little difficult to put in. It snags a little bit. The original LMM radiator and intercooler were actually a lot taller, and luckily Carson had this one out of an
LLY. 2005 LLY. It was a little shorter and it fit.
And it fit good.
We had to do some modification to the core support, but
Yeah, it's still
surprisingly it squeezed in there.
not finished, but it's working good.
Yeah, we'll fab up when it looks a little bit better later.
Charge tubes all on, AC lines all cut, resoldered. Charged it last night. AC works, so that was good. The had to just do some pinning on the engine wire harness to connect to the body. That wasn't actually too bad. Little bigger turbo from industrial injection. She rips pretty good. Had to get the torsion bars off of the 2008 2500 chassis, put on this one because after we got the motor in, it's a little heavier and it was sagging quite a bit. And luckily they fit, same size, fit right in there. So just a little stiffer, and it ride height's about perfect. So
Yeah, it worked really good.
got some amp steps on here. The amp, I don't even know what they are. They're just steps.
They're amp steps.
Okay. That's a
I guess-
must when
I
you
guess
got
I think they
40-inch
are.
tires.
I don't know. Guess I never really actually looked at the receipt when I bought them.
It says real truck, so
Oh, I guess they are not amp
They're real
research.
truck.
They're real truck steps.
just kidding, amp. We didn't buy any of your steps.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Maybe that's why it wasn't as easy to wire these ones in.
Probably. No, but
I
so,
wired some in on my Cummins and they were a lot easier, so.
yeah. The biggest thing with this, the motor actually bolted in reasonably easy, and then had to modify the motor mounts just a little bit, and the transmission mount had to flip it around, drill a couple more holes. But the biggest thing that took the most time was the wiring. Logan here spent countless hours digging through wiring diagrams, repinning the wiring harnesses, and actually everything was pretty plug and play because it's the same year. It's 2008, the motor and the Hummer. And so everything, there's a lot of things that are really, really similar. They're all the same in a lot of ways. Just got to repin things. But the biggest thing that took the most time was the transfer case control module. He had to wire it in the dash, and he's still fighting a little bit with that one to make it work because we went from all-wheel drive to regular, 4 high and 2-wheel drive high and 4 low and everything.
And the 2500 chassis has a solenoid on the front axle that actuates it, and it wants to see that in order to change things in here, and so we still got to bypass that.
Yeah, so that's been a pain.
That's about the only thing left. Everything else is.
We built all custom
good.
piping, a lot of stainless steel and pie cuts, and a lot of TIG welding and stuff. And like he said, industrial injection hooked us up with a badass turbo for it. power-driven diesel with the air filter because it just looks perfect in there. But I mean, it all just to look at it, you'd think it came from the factory this way, and that's really how they should have been. But a lot more power, a lot more torque. People turn heads because it's big, it's on 40s, and
Sounds
then
good.
it sounds good, and then they hear the turbo whistle and the diesel motor, and they're all just like, what the hell? But it's awesome, and we're glad that the dream finally came true. Hell yeah. There you have it. So if you're looking to do a diesel swap, hit us up. We know what to do.
She got 40.
If we don't, we'll figure it out. Just little tires. Actually, I think Hummers all need to have 40-inch tires because it helps with the proportions of how wide they are. So now this thing actually is proportional and looks good. Don't look at that.
These are $400 on eBay. This little piece of plastic, because I guess they fall off a lot. They don't make them anymore, so
Oh my
they
God.
don't fall off.
Okay.
Bye, Ray.
Well, let us know what you think about this build down in the comments, and remember, stand out from the herd.